to another episode of BGCTV. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Elizabeth, and we're back with an extra special theme for the week, nature.
We are super excited about this theme, but we're extra excited about the topic for the day, which is protecting our planet.
Our planet is super important, and so we want to talk about how we can make sure it stays healthy.
We are talking about something super exciting, and we're sure you've heard of it.
We're talking all about reduce, reuse, recycle.
To start off, we're talking about reducing. Reducing just means to use less of something. For example, instead of buying lots of bottled water, get a reusable water bottle. This saves a ton of plastic. You can also use reusable bags and Tupperware instead of using plastic bags.
Those are great examples, and they kind of go along with reusing. Another great way to reuse is to donate items you don't need anymore rather than throwing them away.
Great idea, Elizabeth.
Now, Kelly, how can we recycle?
Well, we can recycle by taking all of the plastic, paper, and metal that we use and putting them in the recycling bins. It's that simple. After putting them in the bins, recycling companies take the materials and make them into other reusable items.
If you aren't sure if a product is recyclable, check the bottom for the special symbol.
Always remember to reduce the amount of stuff you're using, reuse when you can, and recycle all that you can.
That's it for us. We will be back after a short break.
The Earth needs protecting. And what's the easiest way to protect it? With a shield. This shield is made specifically for protecting the Earth. It's called True Shield. True Shields are about the size of Texas, but you can definitely get it in bigger sizes. There's a country size, even a whole continent size. These shields work by completely blocking out the sun. No sunlight. Since there's no sunlight, that also means the places that are under the shield are completely icy, freezing, and practically unlivable. But that's the cost for protecting our Earth. Anyway, come on down to your local True Shield store to buy a shield today. It's only $100,000. Very, very cheap. Buy yours today.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is all about helping take care of our Earth. One thing that hurts the Earth a lot is when we use stuff like coal and oil to make energy that powers our world.
Scientists have worked really hard to come up with other ways for us to make energy. That is called alternative energy.
There are some really cool ways they've come up with, so we're going to share a few with you guys.
The first one is solar energy. You've probably heard of this before, or you might have seen solar panels on people's houses before.
Solar panels work by soaking up the light from the sun and turning it into electricity that can power your house.
Wow, what a bright idea.
Definitely. Elizabeth, why don't you tell us about the next one?
Sure, another cool one is hydropower.
What are you talking about?
Good one, Kelly. Hydropower is when water flows past big turbines, which are like fans, and the spinning motion creates energy that we can turn into electricity. One famous hydropower plant you might have heard of is the Hoover Dam.
Sounds pretty cool. All right, let's share one more that our audience probably hasn't heard of before. Geothermal energy.
Ooh, what's that?
So you probably know that deep inside Earth, it's really hot. What they do is they drill a hole into the Earth that can pump out the heat, and then they use that steam to spin another turbine. Then they can take that energy to make electricity again.
Wow, sounds pretty fancy.
Yep, science is pretty amazing, huh?
Sure is. One invention I think is really cool is the electric car.
Me too. Let's go to Joe to learn a little more about them.
Today we are bringing back one of our good friends. You guys saw him during Space Week. That's right, it's Elon Musk. Thanks, Elon, for coming back to the show.
Thanks for having me back.
Well, last time we talked to you was about your rocket that had just launched.
Yeah, that rocket launch was one of the happiest moments of my life.
What about the birth of your child?
My what?
Anyway, today we aren't talking about that. We're going to be talking about your cars, your electric cars.
Oh, yeah, my cars are the best of the best.
Yes, well, what made you want to start making electric cars?
Well, I wanted to make the world's transition to electric cars faster.
If you wanted that, why are your cars so expensive?
Well, the first cars that we made were expensive, so we have the resources to make more affordable cars.
Well, that's pretty admirable. How do your electric cars work?
Well, they have a powerful battery, which is what gives the car the juice to run.
Well, doesn't it take a long time for your cars to, charge up or anything like that?
No, not really. Just about 12 hours if it's dead, and it can last for 335 miles.
That's cool. That's a lot longer than my car lasts on gas.
Our batteries work a lot better than your car.
I guess so. I guess it also runs like a, a toy car battery. Is that?
The batteries are a lot bigger and work a lot better than toy cars.
My toy car is amazing, though. Well, that's some interesting facts about the Teslas. Thanks for coming back, Elon.
Thanks for having me.
By the way, can I get that free Tesla now?
Don't push your luck. I've been here twice already.
Was worth a try.
Hey guys, today I want to talk about keeping your cup full to keep your plant watered. Let me explain that a little. Let's pretend that your mind is a cup, and every day you put water in your cup by lifting yourself up and complimenting yourself and others. Now think of your heart like a plant. You don't want your plant to be sad and gloomy, you want it to be happy and healthy. So, back to your mind. Every day you wake up, you get to decide whether you're going to fill your cup and then help fill others, or are you just going to let your cup be empty? I don't think so. You're going to give yourself compliments, be nice to yourself, and love yourself, because that is how you fill your cup up to water your plant. Be kind to yourselves and be kind to others. You always want to have a full cup at the end of the day, and you always want to make sure your friends and family that their cups are full too. Telling yourself things like, I am amazing or I can do it, can raise your self-confidence, and you have to have self-confidence to keep your heart happy and watered. So stay nice to yourself, your friends, and never forget to smile. Bye!
Thanks, Kaylee. We have invited Kate to be on the show today because she's learning how to compost. Composting is just one way we can help protect our planet. Thanks for joining us, Kate.
Thank you.
I am also very interested in composting. Can you share with our audience what composting is?
Sure can. Composting is nature's way of breaking things down, like fruit and vegetables, grass and leaves, even newspapers.
That's so cool. But how does that help protect our planet?
Well, everything we do affects our planet. So sometimes it's in a good way, but sometimes what we do is not so good. Instead of sending garbage to the landfills, we can recycle plastic and paper and other items to keep our planet healthier. We can recycle food too. So that's what we call composting. So there's more food waste in our landfills than anything else. When you use your food scraps to make compost, not only are you not adding to the landfills, but you don't have to buy fertilizer because compost is great for your plants and your vegetables.
Wow, that's crazy. Are there different types of composting?
There are. So you can buy a composting bin that sits on the ground and you have to mix it up every few days. Or you can buy one that's shaped like a barrel and it sits up off the ground and it has a crank and you can turn it, does the work for you. Excuse me. But if you have the space, you can even compost the grass that you get from your lawnmower. But the coolest type of composting is vermicomposting.
That's an interesting word. What is vermicomposting?
It's composting with worms. Take a look.
Ew.
I know, the worms are kind of gross, but they do some pretty cool work. All you have to do is feed them the scraps from your kitchen, and they make some really nice stuff to put in your garden. And if you like to go fishing, you can take some worms from your bin to catch some fish. So the great thing about composting with worms is that it doesn't stink and it doesn't take up a lot of space. So you can even do it if you live in an apartment.
That's great. I'll have to start a worm composting bin so I can share the worms with my fisherman brother.
Absolutely.
Thanks for sharing all that composting information with us today. I think I might try it out. Before you guys go, I have a joke for you. What do you call it when worms take over the world?
What?
Global worming.
Good one, Kelly. Let's take a quick break and then we'll be back with another guest.
There are many different types of alternate energy, windmills, solar panels, etc. But what if you can't afford that? Well, I have a very simple way you can power your entire house. The first one's this. Just swing your arms like this. Really easy. Just attach some random wires to your body and then do that for like 24 hours in a day. You have to do it with no breaks. You cannot stop or else it would not work. It can be really difficult, but your house will be powered and your arms will be very buff. That's just one of the many ideas I got. So go get your house powered. Go and get your power on.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here with our friend Max to talk about protecting the planet from home.
Max, what is the first way we can protect the planet from home?
Closing the fridge after I get a snack out of instead of leaving it open.
That's a good answer. I think we all struggle with that.
I think the next way we can protect the planet is by turning off the lights when we leave our room.
I need to work on that sometimes. My mom gets mad because I leave the lights on.
That happened to me when I was a kid too. I think another big thing is by turning the water off when we brush our teeth. I sometimes just brush my teeth and I leave without turning the water off, and it wastes so much water.
Max, what is another thing we can do?
Maybe we can close the curtains on a hot day so the AC unit doesn't have to run so much.
That's a great answer. One final one is to make sure to turn your TV off if you aren't watching it. It's not a good idea to leave it on all day.
These are some great options that we can all do. If any of you guys have any ways we can protect the planet from home, leave them in the comments down below.
That's it for today's show, everyone. We hope you learned some great ways to save energy and protect our planet.
Be sure to check out the links to learn how to make a composting bin with Kate, make your own solar oven with Kelly, and learn more Chinese with Marty.
We'll see you tomorrow for a theme that will really help you grow.
Bye.